As of today, right now, my portfolio is worth, I believe, $83,500. It'll either be one of the best financial decisions I've ever made, or it could be something that I'll regret for many, many years. Today, I'm working on something super insignificant, super unimportant. Yesterday, I actually managed to sell a Paldea Evolved ETB and an Obsidian Flames ETB. I decided to move on the Obsidian Flames. Obviously, I've sold a few of those now at this point, if you guys have been keeping track, but I decided to move on from Obsidian Flames, mostly just because, like, it's been running up, and, like, I think I've been selling at different points, and you'll actually be able to see here in the screenshot, but, like, my percentage gain has gone up on each individual sale. I still have 3. So I'm not at all hurting. I'm not at all at a position where I'm like, oh, dude, this is getting to a point where, like, you know, you're not going to be able to have any Obsidian Flames for the future. Not that I care about it for me. I do like Charmander a lot, but I'm not like... I think if my own PC, right? Thinking about my own PC, I would want all PC ETBs, no pun intended, right? But I would want all Pokemon Center ETBs, right? So I don't mind getting rid of the regular, but I think for now, I'm not going to be selling any for a while, because I think I've already profited enough off my Obsidian Flames position. Like, at this point, I'm willing to wait and let it all just crash and burn and then rebuild again to its new all-time high before I sell again. I think a lot of you have left really good comments, really good feedback. You know, the macroeconomics, you could always think about it, but, like, hey, it is Pokemon. There's still a number of really strong sets that are going to be dropping this year alone. You know, we've got the 30th anniversary set that's going to be coming out. I actually don't know. Like, part of me is torn on that one. Part of me is like, hey, yes, we might get Aquapolis Lugia, but with the 30th anniversary badge, it could do what Celebrations did, you know? Celebrations was, like, worth nothing for years. I think it would come out and be worth a crap ton, but I do think that we're going to be heading back down at some point, sometime, who knows when. And that's when they'd be super cheap. That's when you would want to start picking 30th anniversary specifically up. In Japan, they're also releasing Storm Emeralda, and that one is also going to be another banger 10 out of 10 set, in my opinion. It's a Rayquaza set. Also, Rayquaza is how you pronounce it. Trust me, I would know. I've got the guy tattooed on my arm. But, like, a lot of you are leaving really strong, solid comments, and that's why this could be a regret, right? Like, I'm planning on selling $30,000 worth of Pokemon. And it could be either one of the best or, like, worst financial decisions I've made in my 31 and a half years of life. Obviously, I'm in the Forerunner right now, but I do love my Type R. I am such a... That card just means a lot to me. I bought it for my 30th birthday. I bought it on July... No. Technically, I got to bring it home in July. I bought it on June 14th of 2024 when I was turning 30. I brought it home June 15th, and it's just been a dream. It's been a dream to own. The worst thing I could ever say about my Honda Civic Type R is that it costs a lot of money. Actually, I met a neighbor yesterday. He also has a Corgi, and, you know, he was telling me, like, he's thought about buying a Type R, but what holds him back is the fact that it's a Civic. And I'm always like, for a while I let it get to me. For a while I did let the, oh, but, you know, it's just a Civic. Oh, you know, it's a Civic, though. Like, at the end of the day, it's still a Civic. Yo, do you know how many great things have come out? Yo, do you know how many great things have come out of Japan? I did that for emphasis. Like, the Honda NSX, the Honda S2000, the RX-7 from Mazda, the NA Miatas. Aside from the obvious, aside from the Skyline, right? We have a lot of really fantastic cars that have come out of Japan. And, like, in the moment, a lot of people were like, I don't want the Honda NSX, I want the Ferrari. Yeah, well, now look at a lot of the Ferraris from that time compared to their values versus a Honda NSX. Like, the proof is clearly in the pudding. So never let that stop you. And also, like, if you're someone who is maybe in a car that you absolutely love, but it doesn't have the badge that you want to have, dude, ignore all that. Please do yourself a favor and ignore all of that. Like, it is not at all about the badge or the name attached to your car. I'm on record for saying I've driven a lot of cars in my life. I can't name a ton that gave me the same sensation as the Civic Type R. The Civic Type R is still, in my opinion, pure heritage Honda. It is a classic. It is a future classic. It is a modern classic. I've also since gotten rid of my Sayonara portfolio. I just felt like, honestly, it was an OCD thing. Much like changing that clamp on my Type R, but like seeing my value of my normal main portfolio, which included everything already in Sayonara, being added like as a total portfolio value, total collection value, in addition to, like, it drove me crazy. So I'm no longer going to be maintaining that portfolio. I did go ahead and get rid of it, but there's a lot in my current collection that I'm okay with parting ways with. I think I'd be open to selling 30 grand total. 30 grand is the max. I still want to have 50 grand when all is said and done as of today. 50 grand as of today's value. Also, I'm currently driving to Ride Now Austin. I'm on the way to a motorcycle dealership just because I won't say I've been jonesing, but like, I don't know, I kind of want to sit on one and just see, you know, just see. There also is a bike that I've had like a lot of interest in for a couple of years now that I never got the chance to sit on or even see in person, so that'll be cool, just to cross that one off the list. It's a ZX4RR Kawasaki. I used to ride a ZX6R and I rode that a lot. Like, I felt so dang comfortable on that bike. So big Kawi guy. I would say I'm a big Kawasaki guy. I wish Honda made nicer bikes like they used to. Like the 2008 CBR 600RR was one of the coolest bikes of all time, in my opinion. But yeah, I think I'd be cool with getting rid of 30 grand total max. I don't even know what I would move at that point. As of right now, I've actually designated a lot of stuff that could get me to 20 grand that I would be okay parting ways with. Even like my Evolving Skies booster box, which that one might sound crazy because I do still think that could be a $10,000 booster box, but if I truly, in my heart of hearts, believe that, why not just pay off the Type R sooner, give myself a large, and I mean a huge amount of financial breathing room by paying off the Type R and having that $850 a month and just rebuying it. $850 a month, like, dude, I could technically put an Evolving Skies booster box on Klarna. I'm not saying do that. Do not use Klarna. You know, if you don't have the cash to buy something, I don't really recommend it. You know, that's how you just get into so much debt. And I know, it's so easy to be like, oh, but dude, there's a really good opportunity in my neighborhood. And it's like, unless you plan on parting ways with that really good opportunity quickly, so that way you could like turn a fast profit, I don't know that I would recommend doing that. Debt is never worth it. Debt is seldom worth it. Seldom. I won't say never, because like I've gotten myself into debt and it's paid off pretty well. But like, the odds, man, you got to play the odds. Play the odds. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, you know. I'm sure you could see them in the background there, but I just made it to Ride Now Austin, so I'm going to end the video on this. You should plan for the future, but you need to live now. Like, you have to live today. I'm comfortable making decisions that are going to affect me long-term and short-term because I just plan for different scenarios, right? Like, I'm not going to be 80, 85 years old surrounded by all my little chicken nuggets, you know, like my kids, right? I'm not going to be surrounded by my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren if I'm lucky enough and think, man, I wish I held on to that Charizard box a little bit longer. Surely Obsidian Flames, that 1 ETB is like a G by then. Maybe even 2 Gs, 3 Gs, I don't know. But like, the point is, you got to make decisions that are going to make you happy today while also setting future you up for success. Also, I don't know what that accent was, but I hope all of you guys can do something that's going to improve your lives materially and emotionally, because like I'm telling you, the Type R makes me so damn happy. And I hope a lot of people get to experience something like that. Is it a car? Yeah. Is it a depreciating asset? Of course it is. Is it going to make me a millionaire? Probably never ever. But I'm a really happy guy right now. I'm also convinced that even if it was someone who like did know cars, it would probably take them like 4 times. You have to look at the engine bay 4 times to actually know what you're looking for. When I was first putting together this whole intake here, I somehow lost this. So I got 4 from PRL. This is the actual stock one that came from Honda with my stock box. And like just knowing that that's there, it stands out. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It's been driving me crazy for so long. I finally decided to reach out to PRL. Great people, by the way. They actually said that they would send me 2, and they did. No charge, no cost, no nothing. So I'm gonna swap this out now. 1 down. I think that's on straight. Should be. And now we have a good uniform look. I think I'm just gonna also tighten up all of these just because they've been on there for a while. That wasn't so bad. I have terrible news. I don't know if this is deep enough and cut enough that there's maybe a leak happening. I haven't seen any lights. Obviously, I don't want this to be something that gets worse with time, but like, if I peel it back a little bit, it doesn't look like it goes through. It looks like it might just be the top layer, but